So this story actually begins when I was in my early 20s, learning and reading tons of books. As you can see, I have a crap load of books here, and also like downstairs I have like about 2 to 3 trunks, like boxes full of books, and I read most of them, and I experimented with different forms of meditation, techniques, and methods, and I learned a lot, and I experienced a lot of different, you can say, mystical experiences as well. But this one was very, very intense. So let me just paint the picture. I was in my room one day. I was meditating for like, I guess, an hour, 2 hours a day at that time. I was really into expanding my consciousness and seeing what are the limits of like just consciousness itself, and I was reading all these theories and really wanted to make it into practice and experience something myself. And at the time I really didn't really know what I was doing. So at this point I was kind of used to really being in these deep, relaxed, higher states of consciousness, right? But I really wasn't seeing, I guess, I was looking for some sort of like intense experience, right? And now I know, what you ask for, you will receive, because boy did I receive it. And it wasn't a bad experience, it was just really, really shocking. So let me explain. I was trying to astral travel consciously. I was meditating every day, and then at the end of it, I'll try, visualize myself leaving my body, seeing the roof, feeling the texture of the roof, just following the technique of one of the many books that I have. And one of the techniques was to see a tunnel of light, a dark tunnel, and light pulling upward, which I realize now, maybe that's not such a good idea. Cause I'm like, I don't wanna go to light like that, so, but the technique suggested that, I do so. And so I did, and I was doing that for like, I don't remember, probably like 10 minutes or so, and I felt this worse feeling of just going upwards, and then I basically saw this being, this crystal green, very tall, gigantic man standing before me, and he quickly looked down. He looked down in my eyes, and he screamed. He was like in shock. He was like like that, like frightened, like what, like the same way I felt about him, he felt about me. And all of a sudden I could feel his energy, just like what are you doing here, and I felt like I wasn't supposed to be there, in a sense. And then I just quickly opened my eyes, and when I did that, I remember feeling like my energy coming back. It felt like I was asleep, but I wasn't. I was fully awake because I was meditating. It was one of the most intense split-second experiences of my life that I ever had. When it comes to I want to say this comes close to a paranormal experience, a parallel universe experience, because I've never experienced something like that in my entire life. So yeah, this guy was tall. I remember him. I want to say he was as tall as my room. So about 10 to 11 feet high. His body wasn't of light, it was of crystal. It looked solid green crystal. It was like chiseled in different areas. He looked beautiful, but just I just remember him being green, and he was looking elsewhere, and then he could feel me, and I felt him, That's when he looked down and was like, and he was shook. He was shook it, just like I was. And I was just like, oh, after that, right after I opened my eyes, I was still like, my heart was pumping fast. I felt adrenaline into my body. And then I calmed down and I was like, okay, so mentally I just projected to him, wherever you are in the universe, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry I scared you. And I know I was supposed to be there, but thank you for the experience. That was really cool. That's when I mentally projected to him to say, hey, look, I wasn't trying to scare you. So yeah, I think that there are definitely different beings on the astral plane, which is the actual other dimensions are located within the astral plane. And yes, I do believe that some are very physical, a parallel universe, and we can enter them. Our consciousness can definitely enter these parallel universes, and they can definitely interact with these beings. And at the time I wasn't using or didn't really realize how much I needed to do psychic protection, so that I know where I'm going and I know where not to go. And mind you, this was like vivid. It was like it felt like a virtual reality where you put your headset on, right? The Meta headset, and you're there. It felt just like that. But imagine that, feeling the energy, like that. I could feel his energy. It was just like this gigantic being of crystal, green crystal being is freaking awesome. I want to do more story time videos on this channel, outlining my many psychic experiences that I have every day, psychic entities, because I work with my higher self and guides, and and also I use these things with protection. So if you do want to learn more about psychic protection, definitely check out my psychic protection class down below. I definitely give you lots of tips and tools on how to use it and how to really focus your mind in a way that you are always protected, no matter where you are and what you're doing. Especially if you're doing these types of techniques of astral traveling, even like doing a basic tarot reading. We're all energy beings, and we do pick a lot of energy from each other in our environment. And it's not that these energies are bad, it's just you want to make sure you are very centered when you attempt to open up to these type of higher energies, like I did at the time. And I really wasn't prepared for it, but I'm glad I haven't. It taught me a lesson, and at the end of the day, it was a positive and good experience. It was definitely out there. It's something that I've never imagined in my mind. It's freaking. It's like, what? A 7-foot crystal, green crystal giant. Like, yeah, I have no idea where, like, I have no point of reference for that. Like, come on. Well, anyways, God bless that beautiful being, and I'm very grateful for that experience. And hey, this is Future David. Wanted to share an amazing synchronicity that happened just a couple of days after I filmed this video, where I have found this guy online named Daniel Nemes, and he basically is a self-taught scientist from Colombia, and he invented or created, I think by accident, not quite sure, but he created a machine, a camera that can actually capture images of multi-dimensional beings. And what stunned me and made me feel like, holy crap, this is real, is because the images are almost identical to what I saw in my experience that I shared in this video. So these are a couple images that I saw that I was just like, whoa, it looks very similar to what my experiences were. And yeah, I wanted to share this with you. And yeah, so I'll link Daniel Nemes account down below. I know he's been banned from Facebook several times, so I know he's on Instagram as well. So I'll link what his current stuff is down below. It's very interesting, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. So I definitely have many more psychic and spiritual and even paranormal story time videos I want to make for you guys. And it had a lot to do with opening up the third eye, which I definitely did do 2 videos of here and down below. I'll link that down below so you can have your own mystical experience yourself. Lots of love to you. I'll see you in a new video. All my love.